All right, joining us now, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. Mike, by the way, thank you for the role that you played in all of this, and Secretary of State Rubio and Steve and everybody else involved. I'm sure I'm going to forget names here. What are the broader implications to this? Because I see this as a gesture that Vladimir Putin would never show to Joe Biden.
Well, first, Sean, let's be clear. There are a number of people involved, but this is President Trump. This is the Trump effect that we were talking about before he was even inaugurated. But even in the weeks since, we're now up to 11 Americans released. The ones today, as you said, CNN just couldn't believe it, that Belarus just released them for nothing. This is the Taliban. This is Venezuela. This is now Russia. And, of course, Gaza, when he said all hell to pay, Hamas said, we're going to enter into a deal. So President Trump is like just one of the greatest of all time coaches. He's deploying all of us out on the field, including now Ambassador Steve Witkoff. And what's so amazing about Steve is, he's not burdened by all of the decades of talking points, and this can't be done, and only that can be done. It's kind of like, that unconventional thinking, that outsider that understands closing deals has the instinct of when to walk away and not take, sometimes no deal is better than a bad deal that led to the Abraham Accords in his first term, and is going to get both Europe and the Middle East back into peace. Focus on our Western Hemisphere, from the Arctic to our border to the Panama Canal and all the way down into South America. So it's you asked for the broader implications. This is the entire world reacting to President Trump's leadership, and once again, seeing our adversaries and our allies respect the United States of America and its commander-in-chief. And that's these amazing effects that you're seeing, not to mention the great team that he put around him, and I have an honor to be a part of.
I didn't like that the war in Ukraine seemed to devolve into a proxy war between Russia and the U.S. because, Joe Biden was paying for all of the weaponry and escalating the war in the last couple of months he was president. But I really, for the first time, I think there's hope and an opportunity that the killing and the war and the murder and the mayhem end. What is your take on what's going on in the Middle East? There's a noon Saturday deadline for all of the hostages to be released, or all hell will break loose. What do you see happening there?
Well, just very quickly, Sean, today in the Oval Office, it was literally being a part of history as President Trump spoke with Vladimir Putin and then spoke with Zelensky, and both of them said they are ready to end this war, and they could only do it with President Trump's leadership. Just think about that for a second. This is a war that should have never started, would have been deterred under President Trump's leadership. Putin invaded a neighbor under Bush, under Obama, and under Biden, but not under President Trump's first term, and he's ready to end it in President Trump's second term. That just happened today. You have Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent in Kyiv, negotiating for equity in Ukraine's resources so that the American people can be recouped the billions of dollars. You have the VP. You have Secretary of State immediately getting into negotiations. And in the Middle East, I think Hamas caves. They will cave by this Saturday because they know President Trump means it when he says there's all hell to pay.
I think Hamas and Iran better take his threat seriously. If they don't, they do so at their own peril. Anyway, great job.
Their leadership needs to wave the white flag. All right, thank you.
Job well done. Thank you.